Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Uncensored Soliloquy. Now, tonight I want to talk about one of my favorite phrases, which is, it's possible. Now, whenever there's something that you really want to do, then you should first say to yourself that it's possible. Never say that it's impossible, because the moment you say that something is impossible, then you stop thinking about it, and you give up on trying to achieve that goal. On the other hand, if you say that something is possible, then what you start doing is you start looking for ways that you can make it possible. Now, obviously, there are things that are physically impossible. So for instance, if I said, I want to run 100 meters under 5 seconds without the help of any technology, now that would be physically impossible. I mean, the laws of physics would probably be able to prove that it's not possible. Now, those things you probably should give up, but most of the things that we say are impossible are actually not physically impossible. In fact, whenever most people say that something's not possible, what they really mean is that they don't know how to achieve it. So again, if there's something that you really want to do, the first step is to believe that it's possible and to say that it's possible. So for instance, imagine your favorite actor or singer or anybody that you want to meet. So let's use the example of Johnny Depp. So he's a Hollywood actor. Now, most people will probably say, oh, I want to meet him, but it's probably not possible. But you should never say that if you really do want to meet him one day. First say it's possible, and then after that, you'll start thinking about all the different ways that you might be able to achieve that goal. So for instance, what if you become a movie director? Then maybe you'll make a movie and Johnny Depp will star in one of your movies, and then you'll be able to meet him. So that's a possibility. Then you'll start thinking, okay, then how do I become a movie director? Should I study in Japan or should I study in America? You start seeing all these different paths that you never imagined before, until you started to think that it's really possible. And there are lots of other ways as well. You could become the owner of a very famous restaurant that serves great food, and maybe one day you'll come in as a guest. Who knows? I mean, the chance is not 0%. And also recently I found out that he starred in a movie called Minamata, which is based on the story of the Minamata disease in Japan. And the movie was released in America, I think, a couple of months ago. So probably it's going to be released in Japan, and when it is, he's probably going to visit in order to advertise it. So then maybe if you go to the airport, you might be able to meet him. And all these possibilities all begin by believing that it's possible. And the more you think about it, the more probable it starts to become. And then you start feeling excited, and then you start enjoying life. So if there's anything that you want to do, first check if it's physically possible. And if it is physically possible, and you really, really want to do it, then tell yourself that it is possible. And then start looking for all the various ways you can achieve it. And even if the chance of achieving that goal is 1% at the moment, the more you think about different ways, that percentage is going to increase. It's going to go to 2%, then 3%, then 4%, and then before you know it, it's going to be 10%. Now, doesn't that make you excited? To me, it definitely sounds more exciting than just saying, it's impossible, I can't do it, and then making that probability 0. And of course, be careful of the people around you who might tell you that you can't do something or something is impossible, because again, what they really mean is just that they don't know how to do it. So why don't you become the person who can teach them how to make the seemingly impossible possible? Alright, so that's the end of tonight's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night.